probably you've already read it. So I'm just going to share something that might not be on there. One thing I found out at the funeral for Lee a couple of days ago, that he was, at one point, he was 6'2" and weighed 137 pounds. Can you imagine that? That was pretty amazing. And when he met Fumiko in Japan, she took him sightseeing. And that's how they formed a relationship, and he fell in love and naturally wanted to marry her. I heard a story that when he met her family, they didn't say anything, just stared at him, looking at his blue eyes, wondering if he could see out of them. At one point, I wanted to talk about when Fumiko joined the Soka Gakkai in 1962 after they'd settled in Alaska. I asked her why she joined. She said, well, she wanted to have a family. She wanted to get pregnant and raise a family. And it had been 10 years since their marriage, and so that was her determination. And so 3 years after that, Barry was born, and another 3 years after that, Gary was born. And at the funeral the other day, you could see the result of that initial determination by Fumiko to have a family. They've got a family.
Yeah.
And I asked why it took Lee so long to join, because he didn't join until 1983, and I'm still not sure. But it sounded like the reason was, I mean, even though he didn't join till then, he was chanting and taking her all these activities like her chauffeur, and he finally was convinced by all of the actual proof, all the results and benefits in their life, that he's decided, I think I better join. We know that he was a teacher after he retired from the Navy, and after he retired from the teaching, he worked for SGI USA part-time, and I used to work for SGI USA, and that's how I met Lee when I was transferred down here from San Francisco. We worked in that office over there in 1997 in January, and Lee was ex-military, and I was ex-hippie, but we got along great. I mean, who didn't get along with Lee? I mean, Lee was so great. And he would come in and show me his Navy books and the different boats that he was on. And at one point he mentioned, and I know it's a little bit different in terms of the exact day that he joined the Navy. But anyway, he told me he joined the Navy on April 5th, 1947. And that just stopped me in my tracks, because that was the day I was born. I was looking at him, and I told him that, and he was looking at me. What an amazing coincidence. But in Buddhism, nothing is really a coincidence. And so that was like a turning point in his life, because he joined the Navy, went off around the world, met Fumiko, got married, started chanting, raised a beautiful family, had this wonderful career 3 times over. So it's definitely a turning point for him. And it's kind of a turning point for me too. But the thing is, every year after that, he sent me a card on my birthday. But that's kind of just, it was his nature. And one thing he always did, he was very generous. He was always bringing gifts, either food for persimmons, or food, or fruit, or clothing, golf balls, all kinds of stuff. And he did it in such a way that he made you feel like you were doing him a favor by accepting the gift. It was like, he's coming, oh, I've got all these persimmons, and I've got hundreds of them, they're just rotting. Oh, I better help you out and take some of them. Or Barry had, hundreds of these, boxes of them, so you, oh, I'll take one, thank you. And it was, he was always that kind of, generous, warm, generous spirit. And even after he took another retirement from SGI USA, and I was assigned up at the Friendship Center, we need volunteers. And Lee he told me whenever I saw him, he said, if you need anything, just let me know. So I'd say, well, we need some help. And he would drive up from Orange County up to Los Angeles on his, just to help out, and continued to do that long after he officially retired. And we all know about how much he loved fishing. In fact, when we started working together, he would work 4 days a week, and on his day off, he's always go fishing. He'd always tell me about it, what he caught. And I said, what do you do with all this fish? He says, give it away. Basically, that was kind of his nature and his spirit. Anyway, so the rest of it you can kind of read if you'd like. And we all consider him, I certainly do, as a good man and a good friend. Okay, why don't we have the message from our General Director, Danny Nagashima, by Matt. Let's go.
Good afternoon. Afternoon. Message of condolence to the family and the friends of Lee Bocher. From the bottom of my heart, I wish to express my condolence to each of you who are gathered here today to honor and celebrate the life of Lee Clarence Bocher, especially to his dear wife, Umiko, his wonderful sons, Barry and Gary, and his 5 grandchildren. My most sincere thoughts and prayers are with you. Lee was a treasured member of your organization, practicing together with us for 28 years, since 1983. Over the years, I was able to create many unforgettable memories with him, which I will never forget. He was a strong man with a gentle smile, and he would never hesitate to talk to you about fishing whenever he had a chance. Taking on leadership in the organization, he helped to spread the principle of the Buddhist humanism together with his wife, Humiko, and his many friends like Mr. Kitamura and many other great pioneers. He helped to pave the way in Orange County, encouraging as many individuals as he could along the way. I wish that I had gotten a chance to go fishing with him, but I'm sure I'll get plenty of opportunities next lifetime. Regarding great individuals such as Lee, SGI President Daisaki Keda shares, quote, our deceased fellow members who advanced in the rhythm with the mystic law together with the Sokakai have invariably brought their lives to the close like a magnificent sunset, loved and appreciated by many, departing for their next lives peacefully and in a state of deeper happiness and fulfillment. This is the drama of life's ultimate victory of being able to embrace both life and death with joy. Unquote. Living this life to the fullest with unshakable conviction in the Gohon Zone, I am confident that he will be reborn quickly with a new mission to work for the peace and happiness of people. With appreciation for his heartfelt contribution to our lives, let us continue to make the most of each day. With our victory, we can convey our lasting gratitude for him and attest to beautiful and fulfilling life he led. I am sending my heartfelt prayers for the eternal happiness of Lee Clarence Bocher and for the prosperity and happiness of his family and friends. With my deepest sympathy, Danny Nagashima, SGI USA General Director, July 7, 2011. Thank you.
Okay, now we'll have a musical interlude by Jesse Dean. Jesse's a good friend of Lee. Every Saturday morning here at the Community Center, we have a men's chanting session and a study session, and Lee would always come and Jesse always attended. So Jesse wanted to share this.
Lee was always a cheerful spirit in my life, so I wore a very cheerful shirt for him when I got dressed as mine. I'm not going to black today. I'm going to share that joy.